excited and nervous for this video. Oh my gosh, I did not ever think I would be making one of these, but I'm gonna try it. This could go one of two ways. It could go really, really right, or it could go really, really wrong. I watched a couple of videos about how to do this, and basically what I'm gonna do is uncoil and then recoil my planner. And what everyone says is that you need needle nose pliers. I actually have two pairs, and I covered one of them. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but this pair has like a little ridges. The other pair has the same, and that's why I put this, it's like fabric electrical tape on it. This is what my husband, who works with electrical things all the time, suggested. And so we're gonna try it, and I did that so that I didn't scratch my coil. We'll see if that's necessary or not. So I'm just going to do a notebook that I don't really have any feelings about one way or the other. So I'm gonna take everything out of this notebook, actually. I thought about doing the A5 actually as well, but it's kind of thick, and I think that will be harder to recoil. And I just didn't know exactly what to do there. So I think I'm becoming an EC pro, a coil girly pro. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I am interested. This might open up a whole new world for me. Okay, but then, okay, here's the thing. I didn't see anybody doing it this way, taking the covers off and then recoiling and uncoiling. Like, is that something I'm supposed to do? I think I'm gonna try it that way, because that doesn't make a lot of sense to me to try to like feed things back through there. Someone also said on their video that you need like a binder clip, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna like do it like this when it's time to recoil it. I think I can do that. So, okay, so we're gonna try. If this goes terribly wrong, that'll be okay, because I don't care about this one way or the other. This is just like a freebie notebook. Okay, so what they said is to find this little spot right here where the coil is like tucked in and straighten it out. One person, Lights Planner Action, did it on both ends. And then, who was the other one? Oh Hello Living, I think is her channel. She did it just one side. So if you are an uncoiler and a recoiler, let me know, and let me know what side you do, or if you do both sides, or what that looks like for you. Okay, so they said just grab this with your pliers. I don't even know where I'm grabbing. I'm not a tool girly. Can I just say that right out loud? Okay, oh my gosh, you guys. I'm so scared. It is already, okay, I don't know if this is gonna be for me. It's already a little bit kind of chipping my coil. I don't know if I like this. I don't know if this tape is gonna work. Okay, I think the tape may be like a little bit too slippery. I'm gonna try it without the tape. I'm going rogue right now. This was not, I did not see this in any videos. Okay, oh, okay, period. So then it said just like make it look like the other side. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other side. Okay, so this is what my coil looks like. Can you see this? This is what it looks like. It has, I don't know, a little bit of chipping. So if you have like a gold or rose gold coil, it might chip. This is chipping. That would bother me if it was my actual planner. So I may need to practice this more, but it did chip a little bit. Okay, oh, that was much easier this time. Okay, maybe I just need to practice. I also feel like it's a bit easier. It does give a little bit, yeah. So you're gonna get a little, unless I can find some tweezers that have like pliers. It's not that bad though. Like, I don't know if I would do it to my planner. Okay, and then they said okay, so maybe we're just gonna start uncoiling and recoiling. Or uncoiling, we're not recoiling. So now I'm just gonna hold it like this, and we're going to just start pulling it through. Okay, it's coming. Oh, I did the first one. Okay, that's exciting. Okay, so now what? Now then just the rest of them. Okay, now I'm kind of feeling what it feels like. This is so much easier. I'm saying that now before I've recoiled it than I thought it would be. Okay, so those of you who are Franken planners out there and who are worried about a coil planner not being, okay, here's my other issue that we're having now. It's scraping it is scraping the edges of this. That would drive me bonkers. Is there a trick to not make your pages look like this? Am I doing something incorrectly? Because it's definitely like pulling through the pages and it's kind of like scratching it in there. Can you hear that? It's like kind of scratching it. If this wasn't just a notebook, I think I would be like a little worried. Maybe I need to go slower. Okay, when I go slower, it doesn't do that as much. Okay, so maybe it's just like a don't try to rush it kind of thing. And maybe I think this might be like too far down still. Maybe that's what that is. Maybe I need to grab a hold of it a little bit more and like make it a little bit more in line with it. Oh geez. This is actually kind of scary. Okay, that made it a little worse actually. So I think maybe I need to figure out what shape I need to have this unbent side. But this could be cool, like if I want to reuse my sunrise coil, which they don't sell anymore, if I want to like put that planner, which is going to be my old planner, which is my current planner right now. Okay, this is not working. We are going to need to fix this a little bit. It needs to come out a little bit like this, and a little bit like that, I think. Okay, so that is kind of the shape that I think is going to work best. But again, I have just screwed that part of my coil up. It's like, and I don't know, is it just this particular one? It has like a little snafu on the edge there that's like, it's like scraping the inside of the pages. Yeah, see this little, there's like a little hit tray here that's like scraping the inside of the pages. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. It's getting a little easier. I do see what people mean though about like the pages and how the binder clip could make this process a little bit easier. But for a whole planner, you're gonna need like a thick binder clip to hold everything together. Oh my gosh, okay. I am nervous about putting everything back together at this point because that is gonna be part of this video. I'm gonna put it back together. Okay, and we're gonna just like assess the pros and cons. I don't know that this is worth it. I think if you are like a serious Franken planner and you don't feel like you could customize your planner with either like going ring bound or by using stickers, if you wanted to go with like an EC planner or a plum paper or something else like that, although EC has discs, or not EC, plum paper has discs, so you could definitely do that with them, but EC doesn't. So you'd have to do a ring bound situation with EC. Okay, I don't think I like the shape of this still. So it needs to be more, I don't think it needs to be quite as far down, which I think is what I did. I kind of like pushed it down. Well, let's try that. Let's see if that's any better. Okay, I think maybe I just need to, oh, that actually is, that works a little bit better. So if you have like a shape, you need to be careful with the shape of the end of the coil. That's going to make it work the best. And I am so incredibly glad that I took off the cover. So if you are doing this to a planner or a notebook and the cover can come off, I highly recommend taking the cover off before you embark on this journey. And this might be a bit more difficult also because it's a notebook and the coil is smaller. I'm wondering if that is part of it. Let me know if you are a uncoiler, recoiler extraordinaire. I seriously cannot believe I'm trying this on camera for the first time. I literally have not practiced at one time. I watched 2 videos. It's like 10 o'clock at night and I was like, you know, I don't really have anything good. I can't sit and look at my camera and chit chat with them again and flip through the same planner I flipped through in the last 2 videos. We got to do something different. So I was like, why not? Why not just like try something? Why not like really try to scare people? No, I'm just kidding. Why not show people that you can? Again, now I'm not so much thinking this is worth it. And I have to say, maybe this just shows like how bad of shape I'm in, but like this kind of hurts my hand. Like, is that a normal part of this? That it's not like, it's like very tedious. Oh my gosh. And both of the videos I watched before this said that the putting it back together part was was harder. I think it also could be because this coil is smaller. I wonder if this would go easier on a bigger coil. It also is getting harder for me the closer we are getting to the bottom. Like, I feel like it's like fighting me. It's like, absolutely not. And again, I can totally see the draw for the binder clip, but yeah, definitely be prepared. I don't think the tape was actually like a very good idea though. Like, a couple of different videos said put the tape on, but even with the tape, it started to scratch my coil, and I think it scratched it even more. Maybe I didn't have the right kind of tape, but my husband was saying that like if I put regular electrical tape on there, it'll be too sticky and then it'll like mess up my pliers. But I guess that wouldn't matter if, because these are my special pliers that I just bought for myself. These are my pliers. They're not his, from his tool drawer. So maybe like if I just have like my planner coil pliers and I'm not going to use them for anything else, I could just leave the tape on there and then that wouldn't really matter. I don't know. Okay, but we're almost done. This is, okay, now that I'm like kind of getting in a groove and I can kind of feel where it's coming through, I feel like this is going better. I'm able to kind of feel it along. And okay, now we have this separate. Okay, so let's assess the damage. Did anything happen? Okay, so you can see at the beginning how, maybe you can't see that. You can kind of see how the holes ripped a little at the beginning. But then as I got towards the end, I feel like it didn't do that as much. So I feel like that was just me kind of learning what it felt like. I also want to look like in the middle and see what that looks like. So I would hate to just like decrease the life of my planner by doing that. So I don't know. Does it matter like what side now? Because now I've totally forgotten what side is I think this was the top. Okay, so then they said you want to start rethreading it, and I'm guessing you have to rethread it from the back. Okay, so we're gonna just, oh, okay, this is gonna be a nightmare to get this back through here. Oh, actually, not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Oh, nope. So we're gonna want to start it from the other end, not the bottom. We're not gonna want to start it from the bottom of the page. You want to start it from the top. Started from the top, and now we're here. I'm sorry. Okay, I won't do that again. Okay, but I'm gonna just try this. Oh, okay. Well, no, we gotta get it through all the pages here. Okay, and I can see it's like kind of, I don't know how I feel about this. That thing just hit me in the face. What did I do? Okay, there we go. There we go. We got it. Yes, so start from the top. I don't know how much of that just happened on camera. I'm trying to get like close to my face so I can see, and then not have you guys see my head and my mom bun in the camera. There we go. Now I can kind of see it. But you are going to have to like wiggle it through while you're twisting it. And my pages are continuing to take a little bit of a hit. I don't know if this is a good idea. I really don't think this is the best plan. So for Franken planning, like unless you're like a diehard Franken planner and you absolutely have to put multiple planners together, or a notebook and planners, or add more note sheets or something, I don't think I can recommend this. Let me know if you think that I am just screwing this up, or like if this is operator error, because I don't think this is a good time. I'm not having very much fun with this. I don't think my planner is having very much fun with this either. There we go. Okay. Okay, it is getting a skosh easier now that I am like finding my groove here, and like I am noticing that I have to see the coil coming through the hole as I'm oh, nope. But then you have to make sure that your first page isn't like in the way of the coil, or you could literally poke a hole in it. Okay. We are 4 of like 20 billion holes. That is another, I will give it to Discbound and like I want to say notebook, but we are in notebook right here. It's the rings. I'll give it to Discs and Rings on that. That is definitely the more feasible way to have flexibility to put together multiple planners if that's what you want to do. But I think also now that this planner is not, or this notebook is not fighting me back on this, I think it's just, I have to slow down. I'm not going to be able to sit here and do this like super speed, super fast. I could speed this up and then it would be super fast for you guys, but I also don't want to like falsely advertise what goes into this. Okay, so that is the easiest thing to do that I'm finding. Okay, on my first time, I'm having to like make sure all the pages are lined up, and then I am making sure I can see the coil coming through, and then it's not ripping my pages really. So it's just a slower process, but because I have been able to find so much, like so many stickers that work for me to customize my planner, and I don't really have a need for this. I mean, maybe I would try it again. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. Also, I don't need multiple planners anymore. So for me, it's not super worth it. Although I am thinking about adding another planner into my lineup for like social media, but I don't think it's going to work for me. I think I'm going to need to figure out a way that I can keep my social media all together with my regular planner. Okay, yeah, this is actually getting kind of easier now that I'm able to feel it and see like how this is going, and I kind of have an eye for it now, and I like understand how it's supposed to go. It's just that like first few when you're not really sure what's going on. But I will say, I think your planner pages are going to be a little worse for wear no matter how experienced you are at this, like around the edges especially. And maybe that's not true either, but I just can't see like how we could escape that with like the rough edges. I don't know. Maybe somebody should come up with a product where we can like cap the ends of the coils and then it won't like have that rough edge. That'd be actually kind of cool. Probably somebody already makes that. I bet some Etsy seller probably already came up with that because everybody is so smart. Oh, we're almost done. This is awesome. But this would, like, I could have uncoiled and recoiled my new planner and taken out all those pages instead of ripping them out. Now I see what you guys are saying. But for me, like, that wasn't really worth it because I'm just going to buy a new planner anyway in July. Like, I guess I could have saved it or gifted it to somebody or something, but like, I don't know that if anybody would have actually wanted those, but in the future, I can definitely do that if there is interest. Okay, we're almost done, you guys. And then we have to get out the pliers again. Then we have to be strong ladies again. But also, like, I saw somebody, I think it was the Oh Hello Living channel. She like recoiled and uncoiled her planner, and it had like a signed page from like Erin Condren herself, which I think is crazy pants because I don't think anybody would put that in their planner now after all that went down in 2020 or like right around 2020. I think it was during 2020, and then she was actually like let go from the company or resigned or something in 2022, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know. I think her co-owner, Tanya, owns it now, and I think she has done a really great job. So, or I would say a pretty good job. Maybe not the best, but because there is still, of course, like little things to be desired. Okay, now I need to look at another one because I've forgotten what this is supposed to look like. Okay, so then we're just going to bend it down is what it's supposed to look like. Okay, so this is going to get bent down. We're going to go where it was originally bent. We're going to try to bend it down into the coil. Oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do this. Okay, well, this is proving difficult. My brain is just not seeing where it needs to be bent. And I don't want to like bend it too much. But I guess, what do I mean bend it too much? Okay, yeah, and now you can see, I don't know if this will happen every time, but you can see like how many scratches are now on here, and like with a rose gold or a gold coil even, that could be bad. Okay, oh geez, it's definitely like chipping off little silver pieces. Okay, that doesn't look the same as it was, but it doesn't look terrible for my very first one. But like, Someone said once you uncoil and recoil your planner, it's like never the same. I can kind of see what you mean. Like it'll never be bent back the same because I cannot bend things in the same way that like a machine that makes these planners does. Okay, oh, I don't think I like how that went either. Actually, that's not bad. Okay, so that's the planner uncoiled and recoiled back together, and then we just snap the covers back on, and then we're like back in business. That's pretty sweet. And I have to say, okay, I'm gonna give this, if I'm rating this out of 10, I'm gonna give this like a 5 out of 10. Like if you absolutely like want to be in a coiled planner, but you want to like make it your own, or if you're like really creative with it and you're just looking to like try something and, you know, have something really cool and custom, I think that would be maybe something that you could do. But just for like the everyday user, if you need that much customization, honestly, like disc bound or rings are going to be your better option. I think coils, while they can be customizable, and we did see that, I have to give it to discs on this one. Like if that's what you're looking for, you gotta go with the discs. Okay, I'm not gonna put the back one on, but like it went back on and everything. We're good to go. So planners, uncoiled and recoiled, check and check. I did it. Okay, so thanks so much for hanging out with me while I went on this adventure. I guess this is crazy. I still can't believe that I just accomplished that. Thank you guys so much for believing in me, and for, I'm hoping you were cheering me on and not like yelling at me in the comments. Like totally valid if you were yelling at me in the comments though, because I was asking for it. But thanks so much for being here. If you are new here, hi, my name is Caitlin. I would love it if you would hit that red subscribe button down below and follow along. And if you are one of my current followers, thank you so much for all of your love and support. You are the wind beneath my wings, and here's your internet hug for the day. If you would like to follow along, you can follow me on Instagram at creatinginchaos_official, or you can find me over on TikTok at creatinginchaos or creatingin_chaos. And then if you want to support any of my other projects, I do have a Patreon that I just launched. So if you are a creator or a small business owner and you want to collaborate with me on social media and want any support with that, I'm happy to help you over there. I get questions in my DMs pretty much daily asking for tips and tricks on YouTube and other social media platforms. If you didn't know, I also have a background in working in social and marketing and in the corporate setting. So I definitely can help you over there. If you would like to check that out, you are more than welcome. That's linked down below. I also have the Instagram page for Planning a Crime podcast, which will be going live hopefully in and around July-ish is what I'm thinking. So stay tuned for that. Still trying to work out the kinks and figure out kind of how I want that all to look. Do I want it to be video? Anyway, there's lots to work out, but I do have all of my beautiful graphics thanks to a wonderful graphic designer friend of mine who I was able to collaborate with, and all of that good stuff. So thank you so much in advance for checking that out. And with that, you guys, by the way, have fun today.